Good morning, everyone. Welcome aboard the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia. Before we begin, I wanted to share that my personal, along with business accounts on Instagram, guys, have been copied. And a lot of I've seen these bots kind of scam others. So, again, I'm truly sorry. And I'm here to say that if you have someone reaching out and offering or asking you for money, crypto, brokerage access, it is not me. I will never ask for that stuff, guys. I am not interested in your personal information. Please just be aware. If you see any of these bots, please report and block. Instagram is not a big help when it comes to that. So we just got to do what we got to do. My personal Instagram handle is at CEO Gar Capital. That's verified. Gar Capital is not. I'm working very hard to get that fixed up. So, feel free to email garcapital@gmail.com. Direct message me to confirm authenticity, always, as some have already done. So again, thank you for those who have reached out. So let's go ahead and kick it off for the day. It is March 15th, 2024. Happy Friday. It is OPEX day. Let's go with some of the headlines for the day. Adobe shares plunge 11% in pre-market trading on soft revenue forecast. Let's take a look at that chart rather quickly. Here we go. See that plunge here? Let's go to the 4-hour. Give us a little bit of more room. Right near support. 500 seems to be that level. So don't expect the dip to be bought today. We did break the 50-day, but 478 doesn't sound too bad. Right here. That'd probably be a really good buy zone. When it comes to Adobe and these cloud name guys, I really think the best bet is just to own the two, Amazon and Microsoft. Yes, some people like to own Snow or Salesforce.com. But me personally, I think just owning two is fine. Microsoft and Amazon. Another headline here. Global equities just recorded their largest week of inflows in 3 years, totaling $55.7 billion. U.S. stock funds alone saw $56 billion, surpassing previous high on March 2021. This is via TD. Let's take a look at the S&P 500 together. Now, I did fill a futures short with the team. Let's take a look here on the hourly. A little easier to see. 51.31 is right near that 50 MA, but you could see we're just in a channel. So since we're at the top point of this channel, I fully expect us to pull back to at least break 5,200 today. I think a lot of the longs, in my opinion, will probably close up the books, kind of for the rollover and everything like that. So we'll get a little bit of selling pressure, I believe, this week. Just like I talked about when it came to semiconductors being bearish this week. NVIDIA and AMD finally started pulling back. So again, this is all technical. We're probably just going to retest levels we haven't seen since when? Maybe, what is this, 7 days ago, last week? It's just upwards melting chop, all we're getting. So, for all the inflows that we have and all the positive headlines or non-positive headlines out there, negative headlines like CPI or PPI being higher than expected, you could see just kind of the ping pong effect. So can't say I'm too excited to do anything here. We did catch Tesla yesterday. So congratulations to everyone that caught it. This is where it gets really interesting for me. 160, right? We're not quite there yet. We're actually green, but I got out all my puts there. I do have one runner, but it was an absolute beauty of a trade. We had to be patient. Granted, guys, we had to wait $15 of a move. We got in at 175. That was where the stock was when we actually shorted. And we got to the 160 puts that are for March 28th. Again, those are closed out via signal. But again, just following the tape, being patient, buying that time, looking for the volume, it's working. That's why we're sticking with it. But again, in regards to Tesla, there is a gap to fill here at 146.31. That's kind of the buy zone with 160. So right around there, that's what I'm looking to add. Or want to buy Tesla shares. We just ride this higher. Let me see if I can get this cursor. My apologies, guys. There you go. See, right in this buy zone here. Then all we expect is a bounce right to 220. And then you sell it. And then we'll short it again until something breaks. That's really it as a trader. You're waiting for breakdowns and breakouts. And right now, I feel that it's probably at a point of worst case scenario. in regards to kind of sentiment for Tesla. Elon Musk, SpaceX is doing fine, but Tesla with the growth scaring, a lot of headlines out there. This is where I start looking at buying. Remember, Target wasn't loved back last year, or was it? What is it, about 18 months ago regarding the clothing for children? There was a big backlash. There was boycotting. TGT is doing quite well since then, at least finding a bottom, as you could see. So again, Target still needs a little more, but when you have sentiment that depressed, that's where you get the opportunities to buy. You don't want to buy Nvidia at all-time highs. You want to buy it when it's pulling back and everyone hates it again. And eventually everyone will, because that's just how stock market works. You got stocks that everyone loves one day and then hates the other. That's kind of the deal. Another headline here: Bitcoin has already surpassed gold in investor portfolio allocation. Let me go over that really rather quickly. Bitcoin. I still have BITO. Let me see if I can get this. Reset manual expansion. There you go. Let's give us a little bit more of a perspective view. We'll do this. Oops. All right, cool. All-time highs in future side, 69,595. We got that break. I was looking for that retest, which we got. And again, we broke the recent highs, which is the all-time highs here. Kind of. I know we kind of had a little higher, but we're slightly below it. Now, this is the weekly candle. By the end of the week, or meaning today, I got to see exactly where, it's the bulls need to bounce this. How's this? We need to get to around 71,000 today. Because if we don't, we may have a reversal candle very similar to this guy. AMD. And look what happened. So we may see a little bit of pressure on Bitcoin, at least for the time being, short term. It's been an absolute, sore job. But again, the weekly is going to tell a tale for us. If we have this kind of reversal candle up here, then it's going to get weak. And we might have to, reassess a couple things and take advantage of it. Maybe we get back down to 60,000, maybe 55. Why not? At that point, I think it's just really a buy the dip market anyway. So things get extended. It happens. Bitcoin is not immune to, FOMO, obviously. So the idea is just to take advantage of these things. 3 stocks I am watching today. First one is Amazon. I still have my alert there at 180.21. If we break above it, team, 188.65. That's the target. We can take a look at the 185 to 188 calls. Buy some time, as we know, for the chop. And then we can see if we could take advantage if we get that run. I expect 190 to hit on Amazon. The question is by when? Do I think we'll get it by the end of March? Possibly. Not by the end of week next week, no. So I would want to buy some time for like maybe April, mid-April, April 19th. That's the next OPEX date for the month. There's no Fed in April because it is Easter. So I think we have a clear runway for Amazon, but we need that break. The next one I have S&P. I know I went over it, but I want to go over it one more time. Again, kind of pulling back a little bit. 5208, that breaks on S&P 500 futures. 5200, obviously in the short term. We have a slight gap to fill in the 1 hour. That's really interesting. Right around 51.54. That seems to be the zone I'm targeting today. So I do expect a little weakness as we have OPEX today, being Friday. And I got one more for y'all. And then we're going to get to the question segment. Square. All right. Take a look at this here. Is this, not perfect in terms of trend line. Charts are not perfect always. So let's see if we can line this up. How's that? Right there. See that? We're going to make sure this is going to be in something that stands out. Give me a good color. Give me blue. There you go. Kind of resistance here, resistance, and finally got that breakout. So Square does have a breakout. See the daily. All we're targeting here, guys. See if I can get this going. There you go. All I'm looking for here, guys, is 90.71. And you have the downward trend breakout. Really, the worst case scenario for Square would be right down here at 68.79. But I fully expect us to retest here, which we did, and bounce. So I like Square moving forward. I think we probably broke already, 80.65. Let's see. There you go. 80.65. This is the daily. So we're right here, right around this zone. So it's not perfect. But again, worst case scenario, we're filling this gap here at 68.63. That was the earnings gap. I really want us to hold here because I think we have an extra leg higher to 90. So I like square calls. I have them from Masterclass, the 90s. So let's see what we get. It's not for this week or anything. All right. Question and answer segment. Let's get to it. Let's see. Good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. SPY levels. I went over ES. Sorry. Let's get to it. Yeah, you can see SPY is really within a channel. So let's reset expansion. We'll go to the 4-hour chart. Look at that perfection in SPY in terms of just structure. It's just chop, melting up. And all of this right here is every single premium burn you can think of if it's short term. This is like the worst case scenario for those who want to scalp. Same week. That's why we had to extend our expiries because it's really tough to trade this. You need to buy time. So in terms of SPY, again, I think that we start looking at getting a little lower, 503. I think semiconductors have a little more to go. So I'd hate to be bearish. I actually hate being bearish. Last time I said we were going to get a pullback, we soared. So fingers crossed. We'll see. But I think semiconductors and tech, which is heavy in SPY, is going to lead us a little lower, right around 504 to 503. And then we'll bounce from there. Let's take a look at Snap. Yeah, that's one name. Obviously, with regards to the TikTok news, it just hasn't broken my alert. That's just the problem with this name. I was waiting for that 1265 break. We never got there. We are above the 20-day MA, but this is just chop zone. Until there's a headline that breaks for Snap Bulls, we just got to wait. Good morning, all. Good morning. Let's take a look at Netflix. Yep, 700 is the goal, right? Maybe 585 retest, possibly, but now we're at 627. It's breaking out. Target the 700s, I guess. Close your eyes, but they're going to be expensive. Buy time. But that's where that's going. Let's see. Disney and Target. Let's see Disney. Okay, Disney, we're looking at the target of a break of 115.19 so I can get to 120. So the 120 calls. Let's see. Yeah, SPY hitting 509 is a possibility. Sure. Absolutely. And again, it's not really crazy for us to get there. That's only the 4-hour 100 MA. It's right there. So not too terrible. I actually think we can get to around 505 to 503. That wouldn't be terrible, actually. AMD, we talked about that break. Now we're at that 185 retest. Again, just like we said over the weekend. So let's see if we hold this retest. If we break down, guess where SPY is going to go? Worst case scenario here in AMD, 164.46. A lot of people have asked me, when is the time to buy the dip? I hate to be that guy, but 148 gets me interested again. Right here, no. This is tradable. This will probably be investable. It's just expensive. Again, surge pricing. We want this to pull back. We still want the Uber ride. I just don't want to pay 6x for it. So 511. Ryan is asking about 511. I assume you're talking about SPY. Yeah, I say we pull back. Absolutely. I'm in future short for ES, and we're pulling back already. I fully believe that we're going to pull back. If you really want to get technical in terms of short term, strobe light action, I mean, we're about to break down this wedge here. See that trend line? We're about to break down below it. And then what does that mean? Measured move back down to 505. Does that mean you should buy 0DTE's SPY puts because Carlos said I have to? Absolutely not. But you can watch the price action move. Yes. Take your time. No need to gamble today. We got 15 options trade winners in a row. Let's not throw that away, guys. That's hard work. Take it easy today. We'll see what we get. The whole S&P relies on semiconductor. Not it relies on it, but prices do have to kind of be reshuffled in that term. Meaning it can't be too heavy. Any sneeze, we start pulling back. We don't need that. DraftKings double top at 45, possibly. Back to that 50% retrace. 45.72 breaks. I'm a buyer up to 50. Either way, so pullback questions, get on Discord, guys. That's the deal. Got to get on Discord. I know you guys have questions. We have answers, like the old saying. Access our Discord on our website, www.garg.capital. Click on Access our Discord. Slide down to not sure where to start. Click on Free Plan. You will get access to this, which is our live market blog on Discord. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you for joining us each and every morning. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Stay all in the news. Our team is here to help. So if you have any questions, feel free to message us on Instagram or here on Discord. Have a great day, everybody. Cheers all.